The Quadi Head was built in 1858. The sun rises early here before anywhere else. Long ago, the Earth entered a long period known as the Ice Age. As the glaciers moved across the land, they made deep grooves on the coastline. Mount Washington is in the state of New Hampshire. It is 6,288 feet tall. It is one of the windiest places on Earth. The highest wind speed there was 231 miles per hour. That was in 1934. It is part of the Appalachian Mountain Range, which is one of the oldest mountain range in the world. The Pilgrims landed in Plymouth, Massachusetts 400 years ago. On their ship, the Mayflower, there were 101 passengers. Half were pilgrims who wanted religious freedom. In 1620, storms blew the Mayflower away from its path. Another problem they had was there was no government. To solve this, they signed a contract called the Mayflower Compact. All the men signed it, and they chose a governor. This is a form of democracy where people choose their leaders.
People started working on the Erie Canal in 1817. A canal is a ditch dug across land. It connects one waterway to another. The Erie Canal is a 363-mile ditch that connects the Hudson River to the Great Lakes. The Erie Canal opened in 1825, and it was an instant success. The price dropped from $100 a ton to $10 a ton. How now New York City is the busiest seaport.
Have you ever heard of a lock? Locks are used to raise boats and lower boats because when they dug the Erie Canal, it dropped about 100 feet and can lower the boats to 100 feet.
Boston Common had the first public park in the U.S. and still does.
In 1777, every one of the 13 colonies didn't want to live under the British rule anymore.
This was the start of the Revolution. The Revolution led to destruction because of the British rule.
And then fighting started between the colonists and the British. In Boston Common, there are two historic trails. One is the Freedom Trail.
The second trail is the Black Heritage. On this trail, you learn the history of African Americans. The trail ends at the African Meeting House.
While walking, you'll notice that it takes you to where the fight for. Have you ever seen the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Hershey, Pennsylvania is a chocolate factory too. They make everything from Hershey Kisses to candy bars.
All the streets have chocolatey names like Cocoa Road to Hershey Street. Milton Hershey started the process. They use mass production, a thing that lets you make more at one time.
Today, Hershey is the biggest factory for chocolate. So if you've seen the Willy Wonka and the chocolate factory and liked it, you should visit Hershey, Pennsylvania. Independence Hall is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is where the USA was born. We celebrate our country's birthday on Independence Day. The very first Independence Day was July 4th, 1776. Leaders from the 13 colonies met here and signed the Declaration of Independence.
It proved that we were our own nation. We called it the United States of America, USA for short.
We fought a long war to earn our independence. The nation's best thinkers met here to answer the question of how we would govern ourselves. They talked and argued for months. Then they wrote a new constitution that we still have under today.
You are looking at the United States Capitol.
The main business of this city is government.
The legislative branch makes laws for our country. This law-making branch is called Congress.
New York City is the biggest city in America. The Empire State Building is 1,472 feet tall to the top of its antenna. Today, people from all over the world still come to New York City.
Just listen to the people talking on the street. You will hear English, Spanish, Chinese, Arabic, Russian, Hebrew, Italian, Korean, and many other languages.
Are you wondering how New York finds room for all these people? The answer is up in the air. 100 years ago, New Yorkers began building skyscrapers. People live and work in these very tall buildings. There are 1,860 stairs in the Empire State Building.